Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is April 18, 2024. Here is another daily analysis. I'm kind of like coming with this analysis a bit earlier than a closing bell, an hour and a half, just because I've got lots of personal things to do. So I wouldn't able to give you proper analysis by late night. And that's why I just came with analysis earlier. I think market is exactly going the way that we were expecting and that there is no surprise for us. Let me just go to S&P 500 weekly chart first. And this is a weekly chart, and I will give you proper update for the weekly analysis by end of this week. But this is kind of like the area that we were waiting for, and the market just is showing the reversal to the downside. We are seeing market is coming down a sub 5,000 area, probably sooner than later, potentially after hours or tomorrow. We can see this sub 1,000, but that's going to be 49.94. That's going to be SMA 20, and lots of bulls are coming back. They could appear down here just a bit tomorrow's session, but it can just hold back above a 5,000 area. I would say this 5,000 area is going to be very, very important psychological level for the market for the S&P 500. And also, I just want to say that we are kind of like seeing in this correction phase. And this is kind of like a very healthy correction for the market after marvelous rally since October bottom. So if this one is coming down, this is IMI. And remember, we were talking about this. IMI was topped just early before market. And right now, IMI is getting close to kind of like a bottom information. I don't know if it's gonna just stop here or it can go down, but we are seeing some kind of like the scenario that IMI is getting into important pivotal point. It doesn't mean that when IMI gets there, especially in a weekly chart, we should see some kind of like a knee-jerk reaction to the upside. I'm saying IMI gives us kind of like a leading indication, and um, we should see some kind of like a bounce or kind of like a rally after IMI settled, like a 2-3 weeks, especially after. So I'm expecting a price is going to hang around here or just a sideways to down for the next, within the next 2-3 weeks. I should say months of May, we should see rally is coming back to the market. And right now, market is just forming a bottoming formation. I should say we are in the middle of the correction, and correction can take long, maybe 2-3 weeks, and then we can get back to the rally. So that's why we are kind of like starting, kind of like a buy some positions. I'm expecting this is the area which is at 48 to 4900. That's going to be the level that I'm looking for, even in a daily chart. So we are kind of like getting into oversold condition. Stochastic since January, we haven't seen this deep actually oversold condition, and this is going back to October bottom. So this is very, very important. We should see some strong bounce if it comes, but I should say that's going to be a bounce. It's not going to be I should say it's not going to be a pivotal point for last reversal. We should see some kind of like a choppy sloppy here. SMA 100, which is coming to this demand area, that's going to be 48 to 4900. This is the level that I'm looking for. So stay tuned, be patient as we were. And right now, risk to reward is coming to our favorite. Moving on to Nasdaq, which is kind of like a leading to the downside. Nasdaq is going below SMA 20 on a weekly basis. If it go to daily perspective, we see some kind of like a support SMA 100. Still, we are in this pivotal point. I should say we can go all the way down to here to this area, which is going to be 16,500 to 16,900. So that's the level that I'm looking for. Nasdaq is a good, very good reversal point. And we can see SMA 20 is coming as well. So months of April, May, we should see some kind of like a good potential for a pivot to the upside. So we are kind of like in middle of the correction. Still, we have another potentially 5% to the downside for Nasdaq, but that's very healthy. I think bulls and bears, they should take it. Moving on to US 30, which is Dow Jones, kind of like a leading compared to the other ones, still rejected SMA 100 and coming down, this shooting a star. So this is kind of like a bearish momentum. Seems like Dow wants to form the bottom here, how many times it tackles to the upside, but rejected by sellers. So this means still sellers are having control, but buyers are back. So this means sellers are controlling on sell side, but it doesn't mean that they're going to put pressure on the buyers. So buyers kind of like attacking or counter-attacking, but sellers kind of like defending themselves. I should say Dow can still go down. This is kind of like a bearish consolidation. Dow still go down to 37,000 and 36,800. That's the level maximum that I see for Dow. Moving on to gold, which was a rocket star for today again. So gold hanging out here, fantastic level. So $23.80, and still correction, I should say, could be very, very minor. So right now I'm just looking at 23.20 as a final correction for gold, and then we can see a go back to the upside target if it gives us correction. Right now we are in a period of correction. You see all indicators sloping down or heading down, but price wise we are not. So this means still buyers are having control. Moving on to silver, which is slightly higher than yesterday, but rejected from the top. I should say silver can initiate sell-off or correction sooner than gold, and it can go all the way down here to 26 or $25. Then we can see some kind of like a good uh, uh, bottom information as well. So months of May, again, we should see some kind of like action for silver. Moving on to crude, which had negative day today. So crude is a doji bar, still holding up this level. This is kind of like a demand area. It's coming just right on this demand area, which is important. Still looking for kind of like a showing, kind of like a weakness, ending diagonal here, and for the next rally. So if it goes below this area, which is got to be 76, 77, then it can go lower low. Right now, I don't see that one yet. Moving on to individual names, starting with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down today, up today. So 2% to the upside. Still, I should say Bitcoin is weak and lagging. Any upside move could be a sell, and this one still can go down to 50 to 52, which is going to be important demand area if you ask me. Moving on to bond yield, which kind of like a spiking up today, 1%, forming bullish consolidation. This is pretty neat consolidation, and this bull flag can initiate higher high. Um, some Federal Reserve chairmen, they just announcing that uh, this rate cut is not going to happen this year, and it can go higher. So we will see. But I think Bostic today just announced that due to inflation, we are not going to cut rate this year. Remember, at the beginning of this year, everyone's expecting 6 to 7 times rate cut. Right now, they are saying no rate cut. So this is interesting how sentiment is changing. Treasury is coming down, 57 cents down. VIX is down today, so still holding up doji bar. Seems like the next rally in VIX is coming. Dixie Optic today coming along with bond yield. The magma indicator is down, seems like establishing itself below this trend line, and it can go lower. Apple is down today, so $1.25. It goes to 167.30. So it is in my level, first buy level, or I should say important level. So if you want to buy, go ahead. So you can just start accumulating Apple. Still looking for more downside, and I will more accumulate in downside move. But if you don't want to miss rally, if potentially we get a V-shaped recovery, so I think that's going to be a good level, especially when we have like a 200, almost $200 right now. It's 167. It is good reward though. So risk to reward. Amazon $2.32 down. So this means Amazon is heading down to gap fill this area. Meta is coming down after positive today. So Meta is leading, but the other names are lagging. Microsoft is coming down as well. So $6.64 down. Google is down today. So 60 cents up today. Netflix $4.58 down. And Tesla here, $4.95 down today. So Tesla is getting back into this area, which is kind of like important, goes below this pivot. So Tesla is in free fall, I should say, to the downside. There are lots of levels actually we can see a reversal from Tesla, but there is no sign of reversal yet. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to semiconductor index, SMH is coming down, leading to the downside. SOX the same pattern, it goes down. Taiwan Semiconductor, it goes down 4%, almost 5% today. AMD is down, actually upticked 32 cents, but I don't surprise if I wouldn't surprise if it goes down negative territory. Nvidia, look at the candle here. It goes to the lower low, but coming back up. Seems like still holding up. I should say Nvidia can go down as well. Texas Instruments coming down, gap down, but this shadow, it's kind of like forming a pivot. I think it's going to dip down another time. Lam Research, $24.38 to the downside. Look at the sharp sell-off here. So we'll see. Financials actually reversing back up. So that's why Dow got the strength a bit. So I think financials, they're oversold. They are kind of like reacting to this level. XLF at 38, 15 cents uptick today. KBE 10 cents up. KRE 11 cents up. JP Morgan dollar 5 cents up. And here Goldman Sachs is down today. But here is the Bank of America and above all, Wells Fargo. Fantastic move. This is kind of like a bull flag to the upside due to good earning. Look at that. So this is fantastic. Banks are doing great. So if you want to buy, make sure buy those ones who beat up recently because they're good sector and they still can go higher if you ask me. Gold miners, GDX, after early positive session, seems like they're just losing the momentum. It goes down. GDXJ 13 cents up, but not a strong candle. AEM gapped up, hold up, but not a strong follow through. Newmont 12 cents down, still chopping around. Franco Nevada, that was very, very positive today. So it goes all the way to 122, but it goes down. And right now, sellers took control. So still chopping around 120. Gold Barrick, nice move here. So Barrick Gold goes to this important demand area breakout level. This is very, very important, $16 area. So that's why it reacted very nicely. Moving on to energy, XLE is down today, XOP down today. So energy reversing back down sharply. OIH coming down. Exxon coming down as well, so it can't hold up the momentum on Chevron 90 cents up. This is kind of like interesting. Chevron is positive and it doesn't seem like it goes to negative today. So it's interesting when almost the broad-based sell-off is here, but the Chevron is holding up pretty well. All right, again, apology for being early a bit, but this is for today, and I hope you enjoy it. And I will get back to routine next videos when I get my personal things figured. Have a fantastic afternoon and evening. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.